The next thing that has happened in the preseason is Keegan Murray is hurt. And he's going to miss 4 to 6 weeks with what I believe is being described as, and I want to get this like definitely right, a torn ulnar collateral ligament of the left thumb, and that will require surgery. So he's having thumb surgery on his non-shooting hand, which is interesting. That is a huge bummer for the Kings because positionally he is incredibly important to them. Off-ball shooting, defense, incredibly important to them, in my opinion. They do have some guys that can like pick up the slack. Like you could slide Keon Ellis down a position. Obviously, Nick Clifford can come in as a rookie and play some minutes. Devin Carter can take on like the Keon Ellis minutes at the 2 if you're sliding Keon down to the 3 potentially. Like there are different things that you can do to potentially try and like make this work. But the other piece of this is that Keegan is extension eligible right now. And I would imagine they're in the middle of negotiations to try and figure this out. I really hope that the Kings don't use this as a mechanism to try to lowball him in any way, shape, or form, because it's just a 4 to 6 week injury. What was your immediate thought when Keegan Murray, the announcement went down?
So, God's honest truth, my first thought was, here it begins. This season for the Sacramento Kings that I think could go really, really bad. The second thing was, as people know, like big Keegan Murray fans here at Game Theory Podcast haven't necessarily loved the way he's been utilized the last couple of years in Sacramento. And I'm just like, okay, what is this going to mean for him moving forward? So it's unfortunate, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be a thing that like just derails his individual season. 4 to 6 weeks right now isn't great, but maybe hopefully best case scenario, he misses a month of the season. What would that be? 20-ish games is probably best case scenario. 4 to 6 weeks. Is that probably what we're looking at?
I would 15? Say less than that in terms of games? Like best case scenario. Maybe even like 11 or 12 games is best case scenario, but because we still have 9 days left in the preseason.
That's true. And so best case scenario is 4 weeks and then he's ready to get, okay. So yeah, maybe it's less than that. So again, I just don't think it derails his individual season. I am interested to see what Sacramento does now in the starting lineup, considering Keegan takes the toughest defensive matchups, but I think he'll be okay. Like you said, the biggest thing is, what we're kind of winding down in terms of contract extensions for all of those guys in his rookie class. And I hope it doesn't really disrupt those conversations for him.
I hope so as well. The Kings schedule early in the season, Phoenix, Utah, then the Lakers, probably without LeBron, we would guess on the 26th of October. Then at Oklahoma City, at Chicago, at Milwaukee, at Denver, then Golden State, Oklahoma City, Minnesota, Denver, Atlanta. That would be the first, 3, 6, 9, 13 games there. I mean, that's a pretty rough schedule, I would argue. Like you have the Lakers, we think top 6 playoff team, 2 against Oklahoma City, Denver and Golden State and Minnesota. You have Denver twice actually and Minnesota. A lot of teams like particularly Golden State and Oklahoma City there where you probably need Keegan Murray defensively. That doesn't feel like a great start without Keegan potentially. This is a team that does, I don't know, like their depth is interesting. Like I've kind of enjoyed a little bit of watching the kids so far. This is just like small sample, obviously, but like Dylan Cardwell played well. In one of their preseason games. And I'm intrigued by Isaac Jones at this point. And obviously Nick Clifford and Devin Carter are guys that we like, and Keon Ellis can step up, but it feels like rough to not have like your best off-ball perimeter player in Keegan for those games that we just mentioned.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it speaks to how important he is for this team just in general. I mean, and if you're getting into a schedule where there's which most teams are going to have, I just think you're going to look at a schedule and be like, man, they could really use Keegan to take that matchup or space the floor or whatever. And I think it just really speaks to how important he is for this team and just in general, Keegan's value as a two-way player and what he can bring to the table.